afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hello, stranger.
Hello, good to see you.
December 9th was the last time we worked together.
That's right. When you left for your cruise, you're still tan.
And you're just back from Christmas at your folks' house?
Yeah, went to South Carolina for Christmas and just got back yesterday. Normally, I bring the weather back with me. Not this time.
No, you didn't.
Nope.
All of a sudden, it's winter.
That's right. A little fresh snow, but it's melting fast.
Yeah, and that's what's making our news on this Monday. Last night's snowfall was just the first act of a busy weather week. We'll see what's in store for us next.
Still more woes for holiday travelers trying to get home by plane, and it isn't the weather that is giving everybody a headache.
And the governor has some thoughts on how to help Wisconsin hospitals deal with the current COVID surge. He explains in an end-of-the-year conversation with our Naomi Coles. But first, let's take a look outside. I didn't know it was going to snow last night until I heard the snowplows this morning, but just a couple days late for a white Christmas.
That's right. But for people looking for snow, it was kind of good to see a couple inches here in Madison, enough to sled at Elver Park.
Yep, and another round possibly tomorrow. Austin's in the backyard. Winter is here.
That's right. And we saw a grand total of 2.5 inches right here in Madison. And those were some of the first inches that we've seen so far of the season. But I'll tell you this right now, it's not going to be the last. In fact, our next round is going to move through tomorrow. Currently, it's 36 degrees outside, so it's going to be really hard to find areas still holding 2 inches of snow. A lot of that has already melted, and thankfully, our roadways have gotten a lot better. Now, these winter weather advisories are going into effect here later on tomorrow, and that's going to be in effect for much of tomorrow as well, as more snow is on the way. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to slow down that evening commute for tomorrow. You should be good on your way into work, but heading back home might be a little bit of a different situation. Current Doppler track looks great, and out west, it doesn't even look like there's much activity, but that will be changing. That system is going to end up developing and rapidly moving in our direction over the next few hours. But we are going to stay dry here for tonight, generally seeing increasing cloud cover. Temperatures do get a little bit chilly with a low of 20 degrees, but how much snow are we looking at for tomorrow, and when are we expecting that? I'll answer these questions coming up a little bit later.
All right, we'll see you then, Austin. Thank you. And that storm heading our way brought blizzard warnings to South Dakota overnight.
Fargo got 9 inches of snow, bringing challenges to holiday travelers this morning. The interstate was closed in parts of that state overnight due to high winds and zero visibility. Fargo city officials asked residents to stay home today until they can get the streets cleared. And a weekend of winter weather dropped several feet of snow in the Sierra Mountains of California, leaving a dozen vehicles stranded on Gold Lake Highway near Sierraville. Emergency crews spent yesterday rescuing people stuck in their cars. They also turned away dozens more vehicles that were being routed that way by Google Maps and Apple Maps. All state highways through the northern Sierra are currently closed due to winter storm conditions.
And there was more frustration today at airports across the country as carriers scrapped flights, and it wasn't due to the weather. Several airlines say COVID-related crew shortages are prompting those cancellations and delays. According to FlightAware, more than 1,000 flights with U.S. destinations were canceled today, and more than 3,000 are delayed. Several airlines are calling on the CDC to upgrade its COVID guidance for the fully vaccinated and reduce the quarantine isolation period from 10 days to 5 for breakthrough cases. While the disruption is certainly a hassle, experts say it should resolve itself when the holiday rush dies down.
Once the airlines can stabilize their schedule for the next 5 days, then for the first quarter of 2022, it should be relatively okay.
In the meantime, travel experts are advising signing up for text alerts so you'll be notified immediately of any changes to your flight. If you want to get a COVID test here in Madison, you may have to wait. Officials at Public Health Madison and Dane County are promoting other COVID-19 test options as their clinic appointments are completely booked into next week. They tweeted this afternoon that they currently have no available appointments until at least next week, with everything booked until Monday, January 3rd, as people look to get tested after holiday gatherings.
Today, President Biden vowed to help states get more rapid COVID tests out quickly to deal with the surge in cases from the Omicron variant. Deborah Alfarone has more from the White House.
The shortage of take-home tests in some stores and long lines at testing sites left state governors and the White House scrambling to meet the demand.
Seeing how tough it was for some folks to get a test this weekend shows that we have more work to do.
In a meeting with his COVID response team and a bipartisan group of governors, President Biden repeated plans to distribute 500 million rapid COVID tests starting next month.
There is no federal solution. This gets solved at a state level. If you need something, say something. And we're going to have your back in any way we can.
The president denied a Vanity Fair report that his administration rejected a plan back in October to ramp up those rapid tests. And he said that, quote, they would have gone harder and quicker on those tests had he known. Daily COVID cases have spiked to more than 176,000, the highest in nearly a year.
We are seeing breakthrough infections at pretty high numbers, less if you're boosted, but even among the boosted.
Meanwhile, calls for the CDC to shorten its recommended isolation period from 10 days for those who test positive are also growing. Last week, the agency said healthcare workers can return to work after 7 days if they show no symptoms and test negative.
5 days followed with a test that's negative should be pretty reasonable for letting people stop isolation.
When asked, President Biden said he will follow the recommendation from his medical team. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
And just within the past hour, the CDC did recommend those shorter COVID isolation periods. People with the virus can leave isolation after 5 days, down from 10 days. And people exposed to the virus can also leave quarantine after 5 days.
The Green Bay Packers placed 4 more players on the reserve COVID list, including wide receiver Amari Rodgers. The Packers play the Vikings Sunday night at Lambeau Field, and the UW women's basketball game scheduled against Purdue for Thursday night at the Kohl Center has also been canceled due to COVID concerns. Well, Governor Evers addressed how he plans to take on the hospital crisis as Omicron threatens to overwhelm Wisconsin's healthcare system.
He described those plans to our Naomi Coles in an end-of-the-year interview.
The governor does not have plans right now to send the National Guard into hospitals and nursing homes across Wisconsin suffering from staffing shortages. In a sit-down interview, he says he's not ruling out bringing back the field hospital, but right now he's focused on getting aid from the federal government instead, while urging Wisconsinites to get vaccinated, the best way to avoid COVID hospitalization.
We need our neighbors to help us make sure that as many people get this vaccination as possible. And I believe we can use that resilience and the good neighbor policy that we've seen in other tragedy. This is a similar tragedy. We have people dying of COVID-19 that don't have to die.
We also talked bail reform, the splintered and partisan state of the Capitol today between the governor's office and the legislature majority party, and how he wants to repeal an old Wisconsin law that would go back into effect, banning abortion if Roe v. Wade is overturned. I've got all that online right now at channel3000.com. At the Capitol for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
And coming up tonight at 5, the governor tells Naomi what he plans to do with the abortion issue if the U.S. Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade.
Democratic State Senator Lena Taylor has a new political goal after dropping her bid for lieutenant governor, becoming mayor of Milwaukee. Taylor announced last week that she was suspending her campaign for lieutenant governor. 7 other candidates are already in the race to replace Tom Barrett, who resigned last week to become the U.S. ambassador to Luxembourg.
South Africans paid tribute to anti-apartheid hero Desmond Tutu at his former cathedral and family home 1 day after he died in a Cape Town nursing home. Tutu, a Nobel laureate who had preached against the tyranny of the white minority, was revered by black and white South Africans alike as the nation's moral conscience. Mourners gathered with bouquets of flowers outside St. George's Cathedral in Cape Town, the site from which Tutu led numerous campaigns and marchers against apartheid. The bells of St. George's Cathedral, also known as the People's Cathedral and a powerful symbol of democracy in South Africa, tolled for 10 minutes at noon local time today. An homage set to be repeated every day until Friday.
The family is battling. I mean, even Mama Leia, who has been with the Archbishop every day for decades and decades, and they've been closer than almost any other couple could be. even for her, the separation is very painful.
Tutu won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984 in recognition of his nonviolent opposition to white minority rule. Desmond Tutu was 90 years old.
He was a force. Well, still to come at 4, East High School in Madison has been in the news a lot lately, and not for all the right reasons.
But our Chris Stanford has a story out of Madison East that will be music to your ears. We'll have that story when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget, wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the $9.95 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-6947. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-6947.
Welcome back, everyone. Students at Madison East High School have been trying to set a new tone.
And now they have some help. Chris Stanford has more on his special eye on education.
We're going to go back to that.
The sound draws them in. A few bars that can lift the mood.
It sets the stage for their entire day.
Inspiring through improvisation, hoping to spark some introspection.
These are the stories that we have to tell.
The school is out of control. It comes down to we need all hands on deck.
East High has made the news a lot this semester.
Madison East High School principal Sean Levy is being reassigned.
How to combat the concerns of violence.
All of this after multiple fights broke out during the lunch hour yesterday.
To counter the division and the distance, jazz brings them together. Each Thursday morning, as their classmates roll in, student musicians perform a few numbers. The students and their two guests Nelson Render and Marvin Pryor, two seasoned performers who've played with some of jazz's finest, like Ray Charles. They're happy to trade the bright lights for the opportunity to connect with this audience.
Male, female, you had blacks, you had whites, you had everyone just connecting. And that's the power of music. It brings people together.
Render and Pryor are using their talents to set a new tone at East. Their commitment is their job. Both are administrators with the Madison Metro School District.
One of the things that I'm charged with is making sure that we level the playing field for all students.
1, 2, 3. They've come out from their offices.
Well, we don't often get that face-to-face connection with the people downtown.
Compelled to reach their students.
We prioritize this because this is the essence of why we're here.
There's been some things happening here at East that hasn't been so positive. But what has happened is the resiliency that we see in the staff and the students and the community, people stepping up to the plate and saying, hey, we got to get involved.
The payoff is instant.
It's amazing, and I love it. Awesome!
I take a step back and I look around, and it's just such an incredible thing to look up and see everybody just grooving out, getting into it, closing their eyes.
Connections made.
And for that moment, for that very moment, nothing else matters. We just see the humanity in everyone that occupies that space.
At East High.
It is the thing that connects us all.
Thanks so much for playing with us.
Chris Stanford, News 3 Now.
They sound great.
What a fantastic idea. Music really connects everybody, and there is another aspect to what they're doing at East.
Pryor told Chris Stanford that they're trying to inspire more interest in the arts by showing students is something that can stay with them for their entire life.
Good idea.
Good idea. Well, it's a beautiful sight that's been more than 2 years in the making.
The Rose Parade returns this weekend to sunny Pasadena, California. Last year's Rose Parade was canceled because of the pandemic. Volunteers are putting in thousands of hours to get the floats ready. They need to be done by 8 a.m. Friday morning for the judging prior to the 133rd Rose Parade. Ohio State and Utah will face off in the Rose Bowl game this Saturday, January 1st. Boy, Mark, we have fond memories of that.
Just the smell in those rooms.
Because all of the things on the floats are all real.
Everything had to be alive at one point.
It has to be.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, it really is. It's good to see it back.
Well, the Santa Claus rally has begun on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added 351 points, closing at 36,302. The NASDAQ gained 217, and the S&P 500 was up 65, closing at an all-time high. Well, the Eastside Madison family is facing a long and difficult journey to start the new year.
Their 12-year-old daughter, Eloise, who goes by the name Lulu, is battling a cancerous brain tumor. The family will spend the next 7 months at St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Memphis.
The local Irish rock band, The Kissers, is holding a live stream benefit concert tonight to raise money for the family. Ken Fitzsimmons from The Kissers is Lulu's cousin. Welcome to Live at 4, Ken. Thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Ken. Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you too.
So tell us what's happening tonight. We'll start there.
So we're going to do a live stream tonight, which we've done a few of these in the past, but we're going to basically just play a concert and share some music and ask people to try to help out Eloise, Lulu, and her mom Jen.
Well, tell us a little bit about Lulu's story. I understand she had surgery to remove a brain tumor here in Madison at the American Family Children's Hospital, and then unfortunately the family got some bad news from there. What's going on and how are they doing?
Yeah, so she had an MRI and they found a tumor on her brain. And so they basically had an emergency, the next day went into surgery, removed the tumor, and successfully, like a complete, I forget the medical term, but a complete removal of the tumor. And she spent a couple of weeks recovering at American Family Children's Hospital here in Madison. And then the doctor recommended that she be transferred to St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Memphis to get special care. So she's been there now for the past about 8 weeks or so getting radiation treatment.
And this is a 7-month journey?
I think in total, yeah, because she's a couple of months into it now. They are going to get a brief respite, come home for about a month, and then she's going to go back to St. Jude's for 4 months of chemotherapy.
She's in very good hands there, but I cannot imagine the stress that this family must be going through, especially now over the holidays. And they need help with medical expenses and travel expenses, right? Because they have to travel back and forth from Madison to Memphis.
Yeah, well, so I think it's twofold. One is obviously financially, it's a huge thing. I mean, St. Jude's is an amazing place, and they take care of a lot. But Jen, my aunt, is of course not working anymore, and she's spending all of her time and energy helping Lulu, who, by the way, prefers to go by Eloise.
Oh, okay.
Grew up with her. I have to say that because she's going to see this. And so, yeah. So I mean, imagine, your child, right, who you of course are dedicating your life to taking care of, all of a sudden needs you completely all the time, and you can do nothing. And now we're 1,000 miles or 500 miles from home. So yeah. So financially, it's a huge thing. But the other side of it that's, I think, equally as important is the message that it sends. Right now, especially in these times where so much is done remotely, when Lulu went in for her surgery, normally our whole family would have descended on that hospital and been there for support. But of course, it could only be her mom and dad in the hospital. And so the support that they feel from each donation, even just the smallest of donations, is as big as the help it provides in resources.
Absolutely, the support, moral support. Well, the live stream is tonight for Eloise, hosted by the Kissers. It's from 7 to 8. There's a link at channel3000.com, also a GoFundMe site for Lulu Eloise, and we have links to both of those at channel3000.com.
Yeah, if you can't listen to the concert tonight, you can donate anytime. And Ken, we send all of our love and support to your entire family. We hope to hear good news about Eloise very soon.
Yeah, thanks so much.
All right,
appreciate
Ken, thanks for being with us.
Yeah.
Well, it was a busy, long holiday weekend at the box office.
Film critic Will Loper has the numbers and advice on what to watch and what to skip coming up after Austin's First Warn forecast.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
About $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that could take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm David Cohen, the COO of Love Your Teeth. When we did the clinical study and saw that it whitened people's smile 7 shades in 7 days with only 10-minute applications, we knew we had to share it with the world. Love Your Teeth whitens natural teeth, as well as stains on caps and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. And for those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, with Love Your Teeth, you can target that area using swab precision.
I love red wine, tea, coffee, and I typically get stains at the bottom part of my teeth, and it's very obvious. This was my smile before I started using Love Your Teeth, and then here's my smile now.
I would describe Love Your Teeth as easy to use. I'm so happy with results. Before I started Love Your Teeth, I took a selfie. So white, so different.
If you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And with each 10-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth.
I'm Dr. Gold. I've been a dentist for 25 years. When I looked at the clinical study for Love Your Teeth, I was blown away by the results. Love Your Teeth really works. Finally, an at-home teeth whitening product that I can recommend with confidence.
With Love Your Teeth, my teeth were looking great. Like, I would just wake up every day like, oh my God, my teeth are getting whiter. It was just amazing for me. I saw a difference every single day. I'm just so confident in the way that my smile looks.
In the past, while I was using other teeth whitening products, my teeth became sensitive, and that's just uncomfortable. With Love Your Teeth, something that I really loved about it is there was zero sensitivity the entire process.
Order Love Your Teeth this new year and get 50% off. Plus, get free shipping. And as an added bonus, get a free Love Your Teeth Go Pen with your order. Visit loveyourteeth.com or call the number on your screen.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Well, take a look at this.
Monty is anti-Christmas. Why? Why? Just say bah humbug, Monty.
Kevin catches his dog Monty in the act of tearing up the holiday wrapping paper. It looks like the playful pup feels he's the only gift the family needs this Christmas and doesn't want any presents to get wrapped. Or the other option, Monty believes the long cardboard tube is his new toy. He's tearing through the colorful paper to get to it. Either way, it's hard to stay mad at this adorable little guy.
No need to spend a bunch of money on dog toys, Mark. That's all. It's just like kids are the same way. They just want to play with the box and the wrapping.
Yeah, that's a mess. All right.
It's so cute.
Austin is here now, and we all know that Fargo's in North Dakota.
Yeah.
Not South Dakota.
I think we accidentally said South Dakota. Well, you need a little more coffee.
Geography's hard.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. And, you know, sometimes whenever we have certain weather events moving through, that could also be a little bit challenging. But this one, we're looking pretty good here. This forecast really hasn't changed too much over the last 24 hours. But if you love snowfall, we're actually looking at slightly increased snowfall totals for tomorrow. And I'll have an update coming up.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this New Year's, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This new year, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And welcome back. Now, it looks pretty calm outside right now. Yesterday at this time, it was also looking very similar, but then we started to see that snow picking up. For tonight, we're going to stay dry, and then tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit of a different situation here. Another round of snow on the way for tomorrow. Still a chance to see a little bit of some mixed precipitation sneaking in at times here and there. It's going to be another system with temperatures right around that freezing mark for most of the event, which means the snow is going to be another round of wet, heavy snow as well. Messy evening commute for Tuesday. That's what I'm expecting as of right now, but the snow should really hold off until the late morning and early afternoon hours for most of us. So that means that later on in the day, those roads not going to be quite as nice as early tomorrow morning. But how much snow are we going to see? Well, that's the big question. No snow expected for tonight. We've really done a good job of clearing things out. There actually was quite a bit of some sunshine overhead for today. And the Doppler track does show not too much activity here out to the west, but this is going to continue to develop as it does race towards us. And by the time, again, we reach tomorrow, it's going to be here. So winter weather advisories will go into effect. Really depends on where you are. Down to our south and southwest, this is where we're going to see them first getting put in. And then the farther to the north and northeast you travel, the later that time frame does shift. So that's going to be the direction that the snow is actually going to making its way through, generally from our southwest up to the north and northeast. Madison, that's going to go into effect here at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and it's going to last until midnight tomorrow night. So the future track does show the increasing cloud cover for tomorrow night at about 9 a.m. Some of our southwestern communities will start to see that snowfall, and with temperatures a little bit below freezing, it's likely going to start sticking pretty quickly after it falls. So once you really start to see the snow falling for tomorrow, you can expect those roadways to quickly deteriorate afterwards. We'll see more and more of that snowfall making its way through here at about the noon hour. Most of us will have already seen some of that snow in the area, and a lot of those roadways will also be pretty slick or even snow covered at that time. There is a possibility to see a little bit of some lighter rain mixing in, especially for some of our southern communities. That could drop the overall snow totals a little bit here down to our south and southeast, but we're really still looking at a decent amount of overall snowfall. I do think here up to our north and northwest, we're going to see a little bit more, about 3 to 6 inches of snow. I think most of those areas are going to be right around that 3 to 4 inch range, and right where we're looking at about 1 to 3 for most of our communities, including right here in Dane County. I think that's also going to be in the higher end of that scale, probably around 2 to 3 inches there with that system. And then our extended forecast, it does show the alert day for tomorrow, but then afterwards, we're looking pretty good to go for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Jump into Saturday, that's going to be that next chance to see some snowfall. As of right now, some accumulation is a possibility, but we're going to really hammer out those details over the next few days.
We timed our vacations wrong, Susan.
Yeah, yes, yeah, normally when you're gone, the weather
it was
is
67 degrees when I was gone.
Exactly. It's been that kind of a year all the way around.
Austin, thank you.
Austin, thanks. Well, one movie did very well over the holiday weekend, and others not so much.
Our film critic Will Loper has the numbers and suggestions on what to watch.
Hey, Susan and Mark. Spider-Man No Way Home swung past $1 billion, becoming the first movie since the pandemic began to do so. The rest of the movies in the box office didn't fare so well. Expanding into more theaters this past weekend is the film Licorice Pizza.
I met the girl I'm gonna marry one day.
The coming-of-age film tells the story of Gary Valentine, played by Cooper Hoffman, son of the late Philip Seymour Hoffman.
So how'd you become such a hotshot actor? I'm a showman. That's what I'm meant to do.
Gary falls in love with Alana Kane, played by Alana Haim, and sets out to win her heart.
I'm not gonna forget you. Just like you're not gonna forget me. Gross.
The film is more a series of freewheeling vignettes in these characters' lives rather than a straightforward plot. If you go in expecting a meandering romance in which two characters try and pretend they don't like each other for the majority of the movie, you'll enjoy Licorice Pizza.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Do you know who my girlfriend is?
Barbra Streisand?
Barbra Streisand.
Sand.
Sand, yeah, like sands. Like the ocean, like beaches.
Barbra Streisand?
No, like Streisand.
Sand.
New to rent on video-on-demand platforms is the film Come On, Come On.
There will be so much for you to learn.
and so much for you to feel.
Joaquin Phoenix plays Johnny, a radio journalist who's tasked with watching over his nephew, and the two begin to form a bond.
You're crying.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Over on streaming services, one of the best animated films of the year is now on Disney Plus, Encanto.
In time, every member of our family,
Cecilia, up top,
was given their own magical gift.
The musical, with songs by Lin-Manuel Miranda, follows a family with magical gifts who have to reckon with how their skills define them.
give it to your sister's older. Give her all the heavy things we can shoulder. Who am I if I can't run with the ball? If I fall too.
And coming out on Wednesday, more Star Wars with The Book of Boba Fett on Disney Plus.
Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
You were all once captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial.
Currently streaming on HBO Max is the fourth Matrix film, The Matrix Resurrections.
Time to fly.
Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss are back as Neo and Trinity, trying to find out just where in the simulation they belong. The film earned a less than stellar $22.5 million over 5 days. And back on HBO Max is The Suicide Squad.
Each member is chosen for his or her own completely unique set of abilities.
The very R-rated comic book movie follows a band of villains turned heroes on a mission. Comes from director James Gunn, who brought us the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel movies. In those films, Gunn was able to make us care for a talking tree voiced by Vin Diesel. And here he manages to do the same with a talking shark voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
And? Yes, that is your hand, Nanawe. Very good.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
Bird.
That was pretty. I watched the first.
And you liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty
good.
I'm gonna put it on the list. Well, next, food safety in the kitchen over the holidays.
And then coming up tonight at 5, towing companies are facing staffing shortages just like everyone else. Could that mean you're stuck in your car longer than usual? If you go into a ditch, we'll have that story coming up in the next half hour.
Since 1921, Dane County Humane Society has served the community as your local nonprofit animal shelter. You can be a part of our legacy of compassion when you adopt, donate, or volunteer. Learn how at giveshelter.org.
Make organizing your home your first New Year's resolution with Menard Storage Products. Start by organizing your wardrobe with Dakota Closets, fully customizable wooden closet systems. Or add Dakota decorative shelving. You'll get a $1 rebate for every foot purchased. Seal up your holiday decorations or other valuables with storage crates and totes. And keep them all organized with a new shelving unit. Menards has all the storage solutions to simplify your life inside and out.
Save big money at Menards.
It's time to spread game. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming with an all-new tour. 4 quarters of big plays, ankle-breaking moves, and ball-handling wizardry. Do they dunk? Do they dunk? See the stars rattle the rim in the all-new in-game dunk contest. This is the team everyone can cheer for. The Spread Game Tour is coming. Don't miss the Globetrotters playing in Madison on January 2nd. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com.
About $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Hello, I'm Gary Canoldi, inviting News 3 Now viewers to join me on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise August 9th through the 21st. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night Holiday America Line cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, to learn more about this tour and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Since 1921, Dane County Humane Society has served the community as your local nonprofit animal shelter. You can be a part of our legacy of compassion when you adopt, donate, or volunteer. Learn how at giveshelter.org.
With snow in the forecast, we're asking which streets get plowed and salted first, which streets don't, and how to get yours on the list. That's coming up at 5.
The slushy snow that fell last night may be repeated tomorrow, along with a little freezing rain as well. An alert day is in the forecast. I'll tell you when you can expect it to arrive, coming up at 5.
And ahead at 6, Governor Evers talks bail reform, abortion laws, and the partisan divide at the Capitol. It's all in the governor's year-end review with Naomi Coles at 6. Here's a live look at downtown Madison on this Monday. Still kind of light out.
You just read my mind.
Day's getting longer already.
I was just going to say that's a nice shot.
Well, nearly 50 million Americans get sick every year from something they eat.
You don't want that happening, of course, from your holiday meals. So CBS's Bradley Blackburn has some new food safety advice to take with you to the kitchen.
Getting a holiday meal on the table is a big job. You want it to be delicious and safe. But Consumer Reports' Dr. James Rogers says this is the time of year when more people make food safety mistakes.
Make these good food safety practices habits that you continually do, so then when you do come to these more hectic times, you'll remember them.
Keep you and your family healthy through the holidays.
Yes.
That starts in the kitchen, and experts say don't scroll while cooking, but many do it anyway, using their phone as a cookbook, which can lead to cross-contamination.
If you then touch some type of digital device, such as your phone or an iPad, you can then contaminate those things.
If you do need your phone, you should wash your hands first really well, because the data shows many people think they're better hand washers than they actually are. You need 20 seconds of scrubbing.
Many people got the impression that they washed their hands much more than they actually did.
Speaking of washing, James says don't wash the turkey or other poultry. It's a habit in many families, but it can splash bacteria around the kitchen. And bacteria can also spread in reusable shopping bags. If you've carried raw meat in them, they may leave germs behind that contaminate food on future grocery runs.
So our recommendations are that you wash, if they're cloth bags, you wash them in hot water in your washing machine, possibly every use, depending on what you're bringing home from the grocery store.
It's good advice year-round, and especially during the holidays. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Some other tips: use a food thermometer to make sure foods are cooked thoroughly.
And get leftovers back in the refrigerator within 2 hours. And then Consumer Reports says finish them within 3 to 4 days.
I love leftovers.
Me too.
It's better the second time.
I always leave them a little too long, so that's good advice.
3 or 4 days, Susan.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
All right. A new year right around the corner. Will things improve in 2022?
Our happiness expert, there she is. Christine Whelan has ways to make yourself better this new year. We'll talk about that when Live at 4 continues.
Welcome into another Buzzed in a Madison Money Minute. Now you know this friendly face because this is the second time you're back. Matt Cutlin of Midwest Financial Group. So during this post-holiday, New Year time of year, we really want to start thinking of your financial health as possibly a resolution.
Well, people make New Year's resolutions. It's really easy to think about that as it applies to your body. But finances and stressing about finances or not stressing about finances is a really big thing for people. And so I think you treat it the same way you would your health. And people will go have an annual checkup at a doctor. I think having an annual checkup on your finances would be a wise move.
I love that analogy. And you're available for checkups, right? You're taking new patients.
I guess call me a doctor in that regard.
So winter is also another great time for really planning for some maybe unexpected financial situations that could arise.
Well, you think about it. You have your home, and you plan for what if the furnace goes out, and you've got the car, what if you need a jump start. Your finances are the same way, your retirement planning, things are going to unexpectedly come up. So having a plan, working on thinking through that ahead of time so that you're not caught off guard can go a long way.
This is such an exciting time of year because I always feel like it's a possibility for a new start. Maybe you're thinking about retirement. Maybe you want to just make sure everything's in order. Right now is the time to really figure out what your plan is.
Well, we always say that the best time to do a financial plan is today. The next best time is tomorrow. The next best time is the third day after that. Knowing about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, and then positioning yourself sooner rather than later is really important.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. You can call Dr. Matt and make an appointment at his clinic, Midwest Financial Group. I'm Emmy Fink from Hilldale, and you are buzzed into
Madison.
New year, new shape.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
You deserve to do something for yourself this year. And with Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
And welcome back. Taking a look at our current traffic. It does really look exceptional for this time of the day as of right now. And just another shout out for last night whenever it was snowing. I didn't see too many cars on the road, and those roads were very snow covered last night. Now we've seen a great recovery. So in terms of slick road conditions, we don't really see too many here in southern Wisconsin. Much of the same in Janesville. Roads are looking good to go. Lots of green on this map here for today. And taking a peek up here again towards Madison and Prairie du Sac, Wisconsin Dells, everything looking good to go as of right now.
All right, Austin, thank you. Well, it wasn't just apple-cheeked kiddos that made the nice list this year. Shelter pups in Utah got to pick out presents from a flatbed trailer called Santa's Sleigh, courtesy of the Best Friends Animal Society. The annual holiday event is fueled by donations from all over North America and has been going strong for 38 years.
That is such a great idea.
What a great idea.
And just let them go and pick out a present.
Pick out the one they like best.
Oh, I love that idea.
Well, we are just days away from the start of a new year.
Hard to believe. After 2 years of so much uncertainty in the pandemic, if you feel too exhausted to make New Year's resolutions this year, you're not alone.
But looking ahead, there are some easy ways to improve your well-being in 2022. Our happiness expert, Dr. Christine Wellen, from UW-Madison, is back with us. Welcome back.
Hi, Christine. Happy New Year. A little early.
Hi there. Yeah, happy almost New Year. Can you believe it?
It's hard to believe that a year's gone by. So you're not a big fan of New Year's resolutions?
Well, see, the thing is that often we make a laundry list of New Year's resolutions that can be kind of like self-punishing. You know, you want to lose weight, you want to exercise more. There are all these things that we feel like we should do. We make a laundry list, and then by mid-February, we've not done any of them anymore, right? So we leave them by the wayside. So when we think about looking forward toward a new year, especially this year, especially looking back at a year that has had so much hardship, loss, grief, difficulty, uncertainty, economic uncertainty, as well as health uncertainty. As we sort of come out of this year, I think looking ahead toward 2022, if we want to make New Year's resolutions, they should be a kinder, gentler sort.
You call them purpose-based commitments. What do you mean by that?
So when we think about resolutions, we often think about shoulds rather than values, things that are important to us. And when I think about purpose-based commitments, I think about, what really matters to you? What are your gifts? What are your strengths? How do you want to use those in keeping with your values to do something good for others? Because the research says time and again, it's actually not like doing stuff for yourself, but doing stuff for others that will give you the most happiness and well-being. This year is a really good time to do that.
Mm-hmm. Things like what?
So if you think about it in terms of the ones that we might usually try, like instead of trying to lose weight and eat a restrictive diet, perhaps plan a weekly meal at home with friends instead of punishing exercise or saying that you're going to do something pretty crazy. What about, just saying that you're going to commit to having more walks with your family and your kids? Or maybe, rather than that bucket list of all of the to-dos, maybe just take a little bit of time for yourself in terms of journaling and reflection. So as I personally look toward 2022, I'm thinking in terms of grace, in terms of kindness to myself and others, because it's been a heck of a last 2 years.
You're actually making that your word of the year this year. Grace is going to give grace to yourself and to others. That's a good idea.
It is. So I have a very good friend who's an author who asks everybody every year, what is their word of the year? And for me, that was grace. And I encourage everybody to kind of ask yourself what your word of the year is as we look forward. And if you're looking to put together a purpose statement to make a purposeful sort of resolution for your new year, I have some free purpose exercises on my website at christinewhelan.com. You can download those. But really just asking yourself, where have I been and where do I want to go in a quieter, graceful way seems like the tone for this new year.
Sort of a personal purpose statement.
Exactly. I really like the personal purpose statement because it has you embrace your strengths and your values, thinking about other people, but also acknowledging some of the fears and anxieties that might hold you back and making some commitments to do what you want to do in the year ahead. This is a way of not sort of hitting yourself over the head with shoulds, but instead choosing what matters most to you.
That's a great idea.
Fingers crossed for 2022.
And it's fun to think about what your word of the year will be. That's
work on that.
Fun food for thought.
Christine, thanks for being with us. Happy New Year.
Great advice, Christine. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you both.
We'll talk to you soon. And we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Ready to roll playback?
It's time to spread game. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming with an all-new tour. 4 quarters of big plays, ankle-breaking moves, and ball-handling wizardry. Do they dunk? Do they dunk? See the stars rattle the rim in the all-new in-game dunk contest. This is the team everyone can cheer for. The Spread Game Tour is coming. Don't miss the Globetrotters playing in Madison on January 2nd. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call now or go online for your free information kit from Physicians Mutual.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here. Aspirin arthritis. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
Another round of snow and possibly some freezing rain tomorrow. I'll tell you when to expect it to arrive.
And with snow headed our way, we're asking which streets get plowed and salted first, which streets don't, and how do you get yours on that list? That's coming up at 5.
Wisconsin Politics 2021.
What genuinely surprised you this year?
News 3 Now's Naomi Coles leads a panel of state political journalists to help make sense of a chaotic year and preview what's to come in 2022, starting Wednesday at 6.
Welcome back. Just one final reminder that tomorrow is an alert day. We're looking at about 1 to 5 inches of snow, depending on where you are. And to really break that down, Madison area, we're looking at about 1 to 3. And up to our north and northwest, now looking at about 3 to 6 inches around Wisconsin Dells, Camp Douglas, and Wautoma. I still do think here in the Madison area, we're going to be a little bit higher on that scale there. I'm expecting about 2 to 3 inches as of right now. And another quick peek here at our extended forecast, drying things out starting Wednesday afternoon, but the next round looks to move in on Saturday.
Winter's here. Austin, thank you. Coming up tomorrow here on Live at 4, a live report from Las Vegas as the Badgers prepare for their bowl game.
That's exciting. And boxed wine often gets a bad rap. But Consumer Reports says not all boxed wines are bad. They have some budget-friendly picks coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Chevy is taking people lots of places this holiday.
We're going sledding.
We're going to find the perfect treat.
We're going to Nana.
Let your Chevy dealer take you there with Chevy Red Tags, where the price you see is the price you pay.
Happy holidays from Chevy.
Find new places, find new roads. Or find your Red Tag and you may qualify for $500 bonus cash on all Silverado Crew Cab pickups. That's on top of most other offers. New models are arriving weekly. Secure yours today. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under-eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes.
This new year, in just 10 minutes, you'll look incredible.
This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it
Visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it. I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under-eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself. I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
This new year is the best time to get Plexiderm for only $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
In today's Final Touch, you think real estate prices are high around here?
Are you tired of getting outbid on the new home? You haven't seen nothing yet. This 1,300 square foot ranch style home near San Francisco with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths just sold for more than $800,000 over the asking price. Yes, you heard right. Originally listed for $1.83 million, it sold for a whopping $2.68 million. One area real estate agent says it's the unprecedented bidding war comes down to record low inventory and skyrocketing prices in the Bay Area.
Wow.
You think it's bad around here? $800,000 over
Puts it in perspective.
It's also San Francisco, which is a whole new world. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. See you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.